Hey there folks, Bean Devil here. I'm here to just clarify one thing at the time, since some of you may be confused. Okay, maybe I am a little more like a nagging person when it comes to our own religion, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I am an Islamophobic. We have always heard that for many years, that we are more like a kafir who doesn't take the role of Islam whatsoever. I mean, here's the thing. Even if we know that many people in the religious community, although many of them can protest and nagging about whatever they don't agree with, but at least they have right to speak out compared to us Muslims. When we have something to talk about, we're getting shut down, or in a better way, as many Muslims understand. You are not about to protest at all. You are just here to submit everything who stands in the book. But that's the thing. And over time, conservatives have always been the one who hold the power. We liberals the time I was a liberal, we had hoped that the liberal could speak on the behalf of whatever it is. And yes, many of us were Sunnis. But as usual, I I don't know how to say it, but I switched from being a liberal Sunni Muslim and took myself to become just a Muslim. But I was still liberal. But then I became a secular. Secular can mean anything. At least three things. You are either a spiritual secularism, or maybe just a free thinker. Or you still identify on something else in the third part of yourself in the religion. I can't explain everything now, but I'm just giving you at least a mind. Because if some of you think that I am an Islamophobe, then no, I'm not. But sometimes we secular want to have our own room to talk. Even be allowed to even protest when something doesn't go wrong. Go in our ways. I don't say everything need to be changed. That's up to each and any oneself. But I will at least tell that we need our own community if the conservative are still the boss. We don't need any boss. We don't need anyone to control us, how to behave and so on. No, we are tired. We want to think for ourselves now because we are so tired over this idea about how to act like a real Muslim. Of course we all have disagreements to say. I myself ain't perfect, but I know how it is to be just a human being who living in hell all the time. I am not that kind of guy who actually like to destroy everything, nor am I that kind of guy who like to be dominant, or nor will I be that guy who literally want my wife to be submissive and agree everything I say, like I am some kind of CEO who are untouchable, who are actually the boss over everyone. No, of course not. If I had a partner, she should be my equal, nothing else. That's what I have in my mind. Even as a liberal Muslim myself, that's what I had in my mind all the time. But as I say, we will still talk. We will still try to come somewhere because we haven't gave up. At least the liberal side listening to us. But it is the conservative who won't be able to listen to us at all. But at least people talk in the community. But it is hard to even get anyone to our side or understand our struggles. So maybe you wonder, why have I recently posting this Daniel Hakokichachu? Well, here's the thing. Recently I've been attacking everyone who haven't agreed with him. He have put everyone, the conservative, the devil movement, and the Islamic extremists towards us, who maybe think different. And that's the very reason to every year we have tried to speak up. 10 years have gone ever since something else happening, maybe in England, maybe in Sweden, maybe in America, even in Pakistan and Afghanistan as well. Okay, maybe many Sunnis have attacking Shia so long because they didn't think like them, in this idea. But what about us in the same community then? That's the difference. That's the argument. Because the majorities are actually conservative, while some of us are liberal and some of us are secular. Unlike those people who actually identify themselves as, how can I say, those who are newcomers, those who have convert themselves into Islam in earlier adult. That's another thing. At least we are praised and kissed and being liked. Okay, some of them may be facing trouble because of something they didn't know about Islam itself. Yet, they try at least their best. And of course, those preachers kissing their hands every time. While we who actually live in the community, we don't count. The only time they react is our own wrongdoing. That's what it is. Otherwise, we are nothing special compared to those who have been converting to Islam self. That's what it is. Sure, I can say in some communities like, how can I say it, by the Kurdish people, at least they have some care in their community. Because that's what it is, regardless if they are liberal or conservative. But here's the thing, in the Kurdish side, the majority of Muslims are liberal. That's what they are. They know equality. That's the thing. Although there's some people who maybe are conservative who doesn't think straight and think that, well, we have to be strict and so on. We have to have one who have the superiority and rest of us submission, kind of. Like a perfect leader, kind of. But no. As I said, that's not what's happening, at least. Thank God. But on the other hand, when it comes to any Muslim in this case, the conservative are still the powerful, while the liberal are the one who are actually lacking the how shall I say, courage to even speak out. So even if I understand some of you, I want to point the thing why I am doing it. I don't do it because I'm going to mock the religion. No. No. I am here to just point at what exactly have been the mistake. What we liberal lived, what exactly what we were thinking, that both males and females should at least work together, being a couple, at least being equal. That was the thing, because that's exactly what I have been learned ever since I was a kid. But in the conservative's mind, that's not what it is. But that's the sad reality, because again, there's not only one Quran, there are several Quran as well. And that depends who actually wrote the book. Sure, Muhammad were maybe the first one, and then suddenly his companion were putting down their own verse in the Quran as well. I don't know who am I pointing at when it comes to the liberal side at all, because some of them maybe have a soft thinking, while the majority of them were too harsh in their minds. Like Abu Bakr, for example. Now, I ain't going to explain why now, but you can just imagine how it is. That's all I can say. Anyway, if there is anything you want to address, then just tell me. What did I do wrong? What did I do to insult someone in this case? If that's exactly what you feel. If so, then just give me a comment. If not, then I guess the only thing I can do is I saying that I'm going to continue pointing at something, but I'm also here to give each and anyone an opportunity to think for themselves. We don't have to follow Quran strict at all. We just have to choose the right way and make sure that we do the right thing for ourselves. And forget about the superiority. What we need is equality. That's all. That means both women, men, and other gender should actually have their independency. And it shouldn't be an extreme thinking at all. That's what I have in my mind. But I will come up with that. More about that. And I will still guide some of you who are willing to listen to my voice. Alright, I will thank you all for taking your time. I'm Bean Devil, and I'm happy to share my viewers, my thought.